In 1671 I joined the Sieur de Saint-Lusson. Sault Ste. Marie was where he said we would be going. Sent there under orders by Jean Baptiste Talon to lay claim to the land before more British came along. People, they all know me by the name Pierre Moreau. I am a coureur de bois, and that is why I chose to go. A chance to trade for furs among the natives that I know, skimming across the water in those birch bark bateaux. October 1670 we set out from Montreal. Down the Ottawa, Lake Nipissing, the French River and all. We canoed into Lake Huron as the snow began to fall. On Manitoulin Island we waited for spring thaw. 1671, it was on the 5th day of May. We traders, priests, and government men reached to Ste. Marie. Nicolas Perrault set out to tell the natives in Green Bay to come and watch the Frenchmen shoot their guns and have their say. Who can own the land? Who can own a man? A tribe, a king, a government, a party or a clan? Who can ask the question? Who can understand? The idea is what has us in its ruthless little hand. 1671, on June 14th, a new day dawned, as Simon Francis Daumont, the Sieur de Saint-Lusson, raised the cross of his religion as Vexi le Regis was sung. 2,000 natives wondered what was going on. Indians watched as Simon raised some earth and then his sword, and annexed in the name of Louis XIV and the Lord the land beneath their feet and all the water that poured through the rapids of St. Mary to every undiscovered shore. Stood up and spoke to the natives in their tongue, some words that were supposed to tell them what had just been done. He said, you may not understand it, but the French kingdom has come. I'll shout it, vive le roi, as the French fired off their guns. Plate engraved with the royal arms of France was attached to a cedar post as the priest took up his stance. That away harangued the crowd, and soon he put them in a trance. I drank some rum and chuckled as the bonfire flames they danced. Who can own the land? Who can own a man? A tribe, a king, a government, a party or a clan? Who can ask the question? Who can understand? The idea is what has us in its ruthless little hand. 200 years later, William Warren down just what the natives heard when Frenchmen made their sound. They heard a pledge of friendship in those words that flew around. A promise of protection as those muskets shook the ground. By 1771, Louis XIV was long gone. The British had moved in, Vexilla Regis was not sung. Traders just like me, French, English, and native carried on. Whoever owns the flag, you find a way to sing along. Who can own the land? Who can own a man? A tribe, a king, a government, a party or a plan. Who can ask the question? Who can understand? The idea is what has us in its ruthless little hand. The idea is what has us in its ruthless little hand.